Thanks, Niels, for joining this short interview.
Yeah.
We tested your earliest models, so that was very exciting, and we back then very loved the idea and the very different approach in comparison to like the other players in the market. So, but there were some things that we don't like, so we didn't bought Fulpras, but I see many stuff develop. So I see many cool features I would love back then. So are you willing to show me these new features?
Of course. So one of the things you didn't like is that you had to pull the bike up, especially when it's loaded. You had to pull it. So we solved that in a new generation by adjusting our tilt system in such a way that even when it's fully loaded, you can easily get it.
Wow.
So with this, it's that problem is solved, and you still have the tilting, so you can go through corners and have nice cycling experience.
Yes, I remember that our drivers really loved this like smoothie experience.
What we also changed is the tires. We had tires with an Innerschlauch, and they lose pressure too quickly. And car tires you never have to pump up, or rarely. So we changed the tires to tubeless tires, and together with the German company Heidenau, which you know.
Yeah, sure, I know.
We spent 3 years on developing the ultimate cargo bike tire, which resulted in this tires. It's the K84. It was only for us in the beginning, but we did something different, and we said, okay, go sell it to everybody. It's an open
source project.
Yeah, it's an open source project. Yeah.
Thank you for contributing in this level, because this looks fantastic.
And now the funny thing is, if you walk around now and you look at other cargo bike manufacturers, there's a lot who have these tires now.
I hope you earn some money of it.
Maybe, you know. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah. So that's new, and we now also have rear axle suspension. So we have new tires, we have new wheels, and because of the suspension, it calms down the whole bike. So the suspension is nice for the driver, but also good for the load. But also it calms down the whole bike because the vibrations are taken with the coils.
And you don't have any spokes?
No, it's not needed anymore. And it's difficult if you have a spoked wheel. It's difficult to have a tubeless tire because you have to close all the holes. And now with these tires, we have the perfect match of having tubeless tires and aluminium wheels. So they're easily replaceable. Our service mechanics, they even do it like this. They take the wheel off, put a new wheel on, and that's done.
Perfect.
Yeah.
So in like this few seconds we talked, I get a really, really good feeling about this bicycle. So you have changed a lot, and you have erased many pain points till now.
Yeah.
So spokes, I really hate spokes. So it's a lot of work, and you know how the people drive with these bikes.
Yeah.
So spokes are always bad. Do you have more modifications? This bumper.
Yeah, the bumper.
This is really crazy nice.
Yeah, so the load compartment is completely new. We had problems with the load compartments that they would wear out. Aluminium would crack. So we completely redesigned it in such a way that it's very strong and it should last for 100,000 kilometers. But while we had...
I heard you.
Yeah.
100,000 kilometers.
Yeah.
100,000 kilometers.
No problem. But we also see that if you hit something, you often hit it on the sides or the front.
Yeah.
And it's too bad to drive around with dents in your bike. So we have this bumpers. If you hit something, 90% chance it's the bumper. You can take it off. We have it in our service vans. We put a new one on for you, and it's a few euros, and you're good to go again.
But I think this is really revolutioning, because it's not about like the own damage on your own bike. For me, it's always about the damage on the other bike, on the other vehicle I damaged.
Yeah.
Because it's crazy expensive to pay the insurance if you have always these scratches on like Mercedes. Because it's like just a small scratch, but then they come with like a lawyer and then insurance and blah blah blah. It's paid by the insurance. So yeah, let's just renovate the whole car.
Yeah.
So this is great, and I always ask myself why nobody in like the car industry does this. And of course they want to make money, but you see,
now they start painting the bumpers. So back in the 80s, all the bumpers were black.
Yeah,
And
but
they were made to have scratches.
yes,
But now your car is like your pieces of jewelry, and if you one scratch, it's like ooh.
but if you look at like the vans of like Mercedes and blah blah,
Yeah.
they have always the same scratches.
Yeah.
So they could easily erase this damage and could save many people a lot of money. But of course, this is the business model of them. So I'm very happy that you're so nice to not using our money in this way.
Want me to explain some more?
yes, please.
Yeah, I'm now on the page. So you also had the batteries. We had these old battery cases, and there was a lock on it, and it just didn't work very nice. People had problems with the connectors. Most of the calls were solved by our support by did you really twist the connectors and connect it properly. So now we have a slide-in system which has a mateless connector, so it's easy, just one button and you pull it out and you don't need any connections. And the battery became more lightweight, so it's now 8 kilograms and it has the same capacity. So there's a German Rosenberger connector and it just slides in and you don't need to worry anymore.
I'm impressed.
It's easy to swap the batteries and you just close it.
So from just seeing it, I'm really impressed. I hope to test it soon.
Yeah. Huh?
Wow. Something else.
We have keyless entry now.
Yeah.
So we did a lot of investigation. We're working together with University of Groningen. There's a professor there who studies the data of parcel delivery for DHL, PostNL. And based on these data, we did a lot of studies. How much time do we win if we would have a quicker bike? What if we would cycle 45 instead of 25? That would save a few minutes on a day. So it doesn't really make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't matter how fast you drive.
No. What does matter a lot is your stopping time. If you save 10 seconds stopping time every parcel, and you do 200 parcels a day, it saves 2,000 seconds, which is more than half an hour. So we focused on ultimate stopping time, which is solved by not having to look for your parcels all the time, having good entrance to your parcels. I don't know if you can see it, but we should see the sliding doors.
Yeah.
So you just get off the bike, you get off easily, you leave it, you push the button. They're open for 10 seconds. You grab your parcel. We have 3 doors. So you never have to go looking for the right parcel. You always have good access. And then you slide it and it automatically locks again.
Cool. How much does it cost?
It's about 16,000 euros, depending on the option. So keyless entry is an option, but the rest is more or less standard.
Okay, I think this is coming to a point where it makes sense to buy the bike, because I think so around 15,000 you need to be.
Yeah.
So of course 12 would be nicer, but 15 I think is like doable compared to other people who think that 20,000 is like doable. But I think in this business you have low margins and you really need to see that your money is like protected.
Yeah.
And so 15,000 euros, I think it's a good deal. So I really want to test it before I recommend it to someone, also to myself. But what I saw is very impressive. So I think you and your team, you did a great job. And
we worked a lot for it.
wow, big respect.
Yeah.
So I really like that you are really motivated to change the system in some way.
Yeah.
So you even got to the fucking tires company and said, we need to change something here.
Yeah.
So I really like this approach and this motivation. So thank you very much for fighting for a better future.
You're welcome.
So Niels, let's take a look into the future. So you have three-wheelers. You fought the fight with the tilting system, and
Yeah.
you have won, I guess.
Yeah.
So now you're going for the next fight, and it's called three-wheeler fight. Tell me, what was your motivation? Why have you entered this market, and what's cool about your three-wheeler compared to another three-wheeler?
In the Netherlands, we're used to cycle. So when you're 4 years old, you get your first bike and you can cycle faster than you can read. But we found out that's not the case in everywhere. So there's a lot of people who like cycling, but they also find it a bit scary. Moreover, in not all the cities the infrastructure is that good, and in some countries the car is still a king in the
Yes.
in the cities. So you have to watch out, be careful, and it's quite a hassle to drive a bike.
Yeah.
So that's why we created this four-wheeler. Anybody can cycle it. You just have to sit down, start pedaling, and then you can cycle. What we did is we again looked very carefully at ergonomics of a person. So you have a good upright position, you have a nice cycling experience, you can lift your saddle easily or put it down. And this four-wheeler is all about comfort. So I think we're the first one with a car radio in it.
Nice one. Yeah, drivers actually really like this.
Yeah, so you can have your own radio because you can have that in the car as well. So you can have your own Bluetooth, it's a Bluetooth radio, you can charge your phone here.
Perfect.
And you can just enjoy your own music while
Perfect.
cycling. Obviously there's a canopy now which protects you against sunshine, rain, wind. There's an optional windscreen wiper on it. We wanted to enclose the person from the wheels, so you get minimum splash and rain and wind around your legs and your feet. And because of that, we have this EPP parts. This is still a prototype.
Yes.
It will be better and stronger, but this is to validate the design. And what we created is extra storage space because we had the space anyway. So you can put your bottles in there, your drinks, your bag, or maybe a parcel that you have to deliver
For the next stop.
for the next stop. You can also take extra batteries. It's just handy space, which is useful. We also have the optional rear view camera, so you can always look what's happening behind you. We have mirrors that are foldable, so we see that most of the damage is on the mirrors.
Yeah.
So they're foldable. If you hit something, they fold in, you fold them back.
And they even got like a bumper on it.
Yeah.
So you're not going to scratch a third third party.
They might have some scratches, but yeah, third party should be safe. I never thought about it, so that's good that you also may damage the other side.
Yeah, so always think about the others. So for me, of course, it's nice to have like a bicycle who looks good.
Yeah.
But at the end, it depends what what you're making. So if you have no profit because you're always damaging other cars or houses or whatever, then it's really bad because you're working very hard, but your profit is sucked away by damages.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really appreciate the approach for protecting the third parties.
Yeah, and it needs to be functional. It's
Yes.
all about functional. It's a workhorse, and we try to make it look a bit nice as well.
So why have you chosen a saddle, an original bike saddle?
I know you don't.
Because I really hate it.
Yeah. So if you know about bicycling ergonomics, a saddle is so you can pedal properly. If you want the saddle that used to be on lichtfietsen,
Liegefahrrad, yeah.
recumbent bikes, yeah. You are in a completely different position, so you can use it, but then I cannot pedal anymore like this.
But man, your ass is not happy. You can't sit there for 8 hours. So
Yeah, I do it a lot, but
yeah, but you're made out of Netherlands blood, so
but
of Dutch blood, so
it does depend on the saddle. So the saddle should fit you. I have this Brooks C70 saddle on my bike, it's not the most comfortable saddle.
So when you want to take my advice, change the saddle immediately, because our driver would hate it. So for me, it's a no. I would not buy this this bike because of that. And we have experienced many saddles. So of course there are much better saddles, and I understand that you need it for like movement, but at the end you need a breathable, very comfortable saddle, because as you said, it's all about saving time on the stops. So you grab your parcel, you run stairs up, then you sit in a vehicle and you need the brake, the short brake, and this is a pain in the ass.
You can replace a saddle. You can put any saddle on what you want.
Yes, but there is no like nice seat to put on this.
If you want to do that and you want to have ergonomics, so you want to make sure that your employees are not fatigued, then you also have to completely change the economics. So then you get more in like the recumbent seating position, where you put your legs up front. But if you put your legs up front, we have to move our front axle to the front, and then you get a much bigger wendekreis, turning radius. So then you have to put your rear axle to the front as well, and then you get a horrible load distribution.
So I think
then your bike tilts and you get you go swiveling around the streets.
Okay, first point, we disagree. I would say other manufacturers managed to fix this problem, and I think a four-wheeler is only going to be successful with a nice seat, but it's your company, your bike.
That's interesting.
But that is my very true feedback on you, because it's really, if it's like in a summertime, it's a bit, I don't know how to like this, but if it's getting sweaty and you have your underwear and everything is on the saddle, and you have not like a big area where the pressure of your own weight is like managed. So you have a really small, and this small area is hurting at some point. And it's not like, even the bag, because as you see, you're using the back of the box as like
you can if
yes,
you want to. You don't
and you're going to do that, and it will hurt your back.
That's interesting thought.
Okay, I'm happy that I can contribute to this new system. So yes, I'm very happy to see your engineering skills in the four-wheeler section. So when I look on Fulpra, my huge respect is on your crazy engineering skills and on your motivation to really get it going.
Thank you.
But at the same time, I think you're too motivated. So I think it would be nice to simplify the bike more, because you really, it's like an art piece of engineering, that's for sure. We don't discuss about it, but I'm a bit afraid that it's over-engineered would be, I think, the wrong term, but I'm a bit afraid that it's too good, too nice, too many features. But that's my opinion before I tried it out. So I would love to speak after this interview about how we can do a test as soon as this bike is ready for testing. And the three-wheeler is also very interesting, but I think in our business cases we have at the moment, it's more the four-wheeler. So thank you very much again for showing me your other innovation, and again, big respect for your inventive sense and your engineering skills.
Thank you.